This is a view through the TopCon total station at the targets. It's Wednesday morning, the 21st of March 2018. There's a bit of refraction starting to come into play. About 10 minutes ago, the targets were all right in line. Now we can see that they're starting to rise above the tangent line. This is looking through my TopCon ATB3 auto level. We're getting more refraction. The targets are starting to rise up. About 45 minutes ago, they were all in line with one another. You can see the shimmering out in the distance. Unstable air. It's around 5:30 in the afternoon on March 21st, 2018. This is the 1.36 mile target I've just performed, which should be the last height adjustment. The center of the target to the surface of the water is 168.5 inches. And I've also installed a lower target. The center of this target is 73 inches above the water. And I just popped a hole in the ice using my ice auger. Unfortunately, my chainsaw, I think, is seized up. I tried using it earlier today, and it seems like I got it unseized, but doesn't appear to have any compression, so I brought out the ice auger. Here's the hole. Let's see, get a little better view here. There's the main hole, and then there's a channel to the post, so I can measure the water level straight down from the target to the water level. And the way I did do that is I have marked on the pole. I had measured before I installed the target up, moved it up. That mark there is 105.75 inches to the center. And then that mark on the pole is 62.7/8 to the water. So those two line up, so we add those two numbers, which is about 163.5, 163.5/8 to the water surface. So now we're going to head over to Fransen Island and do a final adjustment on that target. And there we are. So Con and I are going to load up and head over to Fransen Island. Con's just sitting here and enjoying the sun. It's about minus 4 degrees Celsius at the moment. So you're going to head out over that way. Right at that point there in the center of the screen is the Fransen Island target. It's about 6 in the afternoon, March 21st. I'm at the Fransen Island marker. This is at the 2.72 mile marker, and I'm currently ice augering a hole in the ice to get the measurement to the water level. You can see I've got the hole started here with the ice auger, and I'm going to continue on until I hit water. Went down that far, so it looks like got measured here. Looks like about 34 inches of ice right here. All right, now get some measurements made. I'm now measuring the height of the target to the water. Get a well, the distance from the surface of the water to the 145 inch mark to the center of the target is 57 3/8 inch. So we've got 57 3/8 inch plus 145 inches for the target center to the surface of the water. This is March 22nd. It's around 11 in the morning. Looking at the targets, we can see that I have the first 3 targets pretty much in line. The 6-mile target in the center behind the orange target, we can see appears to be high. I need to get that adjusted yet, lowered a little bit. But for the most part, we're getting pretty close to having the targets lined up with a tangent to the earth. If we go over here, we can see the Fransen Island channel marker. There's some shimmer in the background. There is some refraction going on, which is also accounting for why the 6-mile target appears to be much higher. You can see that the orange target is a bit above the tangent line, and we're getting that orange target's at 4 miles, and the 6-mile target, of course, is 2 miles further, so it's going to pick up even more apparent height because of refraction. Yesterday, after I lined the first 3 targets up in the foreground, they were right on the money. We can see that there is some refraction because the orange target is a little bit above the tangent line. But I do believe I need to lower the 6-mile target some. Not as much as it's showing in this picture, but I do need to lower it about probably 1/2 target height. So that's where I'm at right now, still adjusting the targets. And I expect probably in the next day or so I'll be able to start making some measurements. And also on the leftmost and rightmost target poles, you can see that there's some lower targets. Both of those targets are 73 inches above the water level, the surface of the water. So that's for a second part of the experiment. I'm going to have on each of the marker poles targets set at 73 inches above the surface of the water, so that they're all at the same height. This would be kind of like a Bedford level type experiment. And then what we'll do is we'll put a spotting scope down on the ice at 73 inches above the surface of the water and sight those lower targets. On a flat earth, they should all be lined up. And on a curved earth, as you go further out, they should appear lower and lower in the distance as you get further from the point of observation. So that's this getting ready for that second part of the experiment. I have 2 lower targets set up right now. Later today I'll put a third one on the pole with the orange target